first in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots Reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no problem.
Understand. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. I say,
I'm Johnny's Don't Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment. And when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and best is Monday night bingo, where it's all free and you can win prizes. All are welcome, but there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another, and have a blessed day.
Debbie, what day is it? It's a hump day. How's everybody doing this morning? Hello, good morning and welcome. First in the chat was April. Hello, good morning and welcome. And Tina, hello, good morning and welcome. Little Debbie, hello, good morning and welcome. And Craig, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are y'all doing today? Good to see y'all. Welcome. Scarlett, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. There's a lot of comments. I am going to refrain from making comments to. Regina, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Ashley, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Ashley, hello, good morning and welcome. And Jennifer, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. And Robin, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. We'll talk a little bit about that. I thought y'all knew there's two things with the Dough Girl and Mary Agnes. The Desert Rose, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Ellen, good to see you. Welcome. And Crystal, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Angie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? That's good to see you. You got the idea, right, little Debbie? Yeah, you. Freezing my hump off. Well, it is hump day. Good morning, Randy. How are you doing? All right, so the question was, little Debbie wanted to know more about this Sister Agnes or Sister Mary Agnes. As y'all know, myself and Carol have gotten close. We do a lot of meetups. We do a lot of things where we go out sourcing and having lunch and things like that. Well, a lot of times, Carol says things and I say, Mary Agnes, like, wake up. Like Craig, I always say, Craig, wake up. Well, it's something like that. But in hers, I always say Mary Agnes. And So that's how the Sister Mary Agnes came about, where I always tell Carol things like, hey, Mary Agnes, wake up, kind of thing. And so that's how that was started. And the thing about the Dough Girl, it was myself. Speaking of Carol, there she is. And one day myself, Carol, and Irene met up and we had breakfast and we went shopping and we were outside just chit-chatting next before we went anywhere else. And Carol did this thing where she went to raise her hands like stretch. And she was wearing this blouse that, I don't know if y'all know where the ladies wear these blouses where you tie a knot in the front where it's got these two straps and they make a tie and then it has like a hole in the front of it. Well, when she went to raise her arms to stretch, I couldn't resist. So I did the little doughboy sound and I hit her belly button. And of course, we all started laughing because that was at the moment. I do things like that at the spur of the moment. When things happen, it happens. And that's how the little doughboy and dough girl came about. And so that's between me and Carol when it came to that. And Irene was with us when I did it. And that's how that got started. And we've been doing it ever since. But that's how that's why I call her Mary Agnes, and that's how Sister Mary Agnes came about. Yeah, and that's how we basically, it's just something I always said and I always called the Mary Agnes. And that's how we got started with that one. And so when she was telling me what she wanted to do for the new intro, I said, go for it. Do it. All right, so today I have a couple of things I want to share with y'all because yesterday I had something come up on my phone through Facebook. And I also, like at night when I go to wind down, I do on my tablet, I do have the like casino games that I play, but they're free. You win points. Well, yesterday something came across, and I hope if y'all see this, do not click on it to register. Yes, it has to do with Mr. Beast. Somehow it is a spam that someone is using Mr. Beast to get you to try to win some cash. As we know, Mr. Beast does a lot with giving away money, right? So if you see this thing come up and there is a video clip, like a news clip of someone doing a news article on Facebook, do not click it. When I saw it, that's the first thing I did. I went and I didn't click on it. I automatically go and do a Google search for something, including things I get into my email. And that's one thing I never do is I never click the link they're giving you to click. So I did go and research it and looked it up on Google. What's the very first thing that comes up on Google is Reddit. And evidently it is it's called the Red Stag Mr. Beast Casino app. Supposedly, there is a video out there where it was Mr. Beast and trying to remember that wrestler. I can't remember his name. What's his? I saw the video on that. The Rock. The Rock and Mr. Beast, and they were talking about how you can win real money. Don't click on it. What it is that they use Mr. Beast and the Red Stag Casino to get you to try to click on it and register. And when you do, it's a spam where they also go, and you do go to the Red Stag from what I'm reading in Reddit, but it's some kind of thing that they launched. There's two of them actually. One is the Red Stag, S-T-A-D, Stag. And the other one is the Mr. Beast Plinko. As you know, Plinko is usually played on the Price is Right. Don't click on them. Those are scams. Don't do it. It's not a real thing, and it is a scam. People are falling for it because Mr. Beast is in the title of earning free money. And it's accidentally, someone had accidentally clicked on it, and supposedly they were going to win $1,000, and the rest is downhill from there. So be careful. Do not click on it. You'll see it on Facebook. If you see it in your feed, stay away from it. I'm just public service announcement. I saw that yesterday, and of course I went and looked at it through Google. Red Stag Mr. Beast Casino app. And that's what comes up. And Reddit is one of those places that you can get a lot of great information on. And that was the first thing that comes up. So be careful. Don't do it. All right, let's see here. Dill Girl, that's where we were. Holy cow. Let's see. Love the Facebook picture, Mr. Johnny. You look so happy. Which one is that, Tina? I'm not sure which one. Someone always trying to scam. Yep. And in this case, they use the Mr. Beast because he's well known. I don't like Mr. Beast's games. I never win. I just play the basics. I only have 3 that I play every night. And it's more for points and just having fun for me winding down. So, Macho Man. Yeah, don't trust any links. I already heard about Mr. Beast's casino thing. Really? I just found out about it yesterday because it finally came up, I guess, in my Facebook feed. But just in case. When are you going to catch up? No, Craig. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord done split you. Best friend is a queen of links. Yeah, I stay away from that. I had someone take over my computer during my live yesterday. I shut it down fast, ran the virus, and secured. Oh, really? Someone took over you during your live show yesterday? How did that happen? Toochman, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? And yes, I was already in bed when you sent me that message, by the way. I waited. I couldn't go past 7 o'clock. Kawanda, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Be honest, Mr. Beast has your mail, and he's sending it personally to you. No, this has to do with Facebook. It was a post on Facebook. There's a game scam. If you win, you have to register with for IRS. Don't do it. Yeah, I don't do anything that has to do with real money. All the links. Yes, she does. Yep, that we can. We know. Yep. It's me, Doll. Yeah, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. It was pretty scary. They opened a window and tried to get into my Chrome settings. Like a remote desktop thing. Really? I wonder how that happened. That's not good. That's the first I hear of that one. Interesting. Deborah, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Y'all please keep Deborah and your family in your thoughts and prayers. She is going through some things right now, so let's keep her in your thoughts and prayers, please. And for a bit while hubby is napping. It was a long time, Oh, sorry to hear that, Deborah. I've been watching you post also on Facebook. But anyway, be careful. That's one thing I always do when I see something. I Google it and see. And 9 times out of 10, something is coming up on Reddit. I don't know if you're registered with that, but it is a great place to get some great information. Yes. And also on eBay, how many of y'all saw, and I just saw this morning. I'm on eBay every morning. Usually to remote access your computer, you have to click on something and it allows through a specific program. That I knew, but I've never had it happen while I was live. But then again, I don't just click on anything when I'm on live. On eBay, this just came up this morning because I was in my active. I had some email messages through eBay. And then I always check my overview on my dashboard. And I don't know if y'all know this, but under creating a listing, there's something new. It was just there this morning. Let me do this real quick. I will click something that I know I need. Open. My mouse pointer. I like this little mouse pointer thing through Google. Get this set up so I can share my screen. Open my screen back up. And share screen. Enter. Yes. No volume. I don't need a volume. Yes, I know. All right. I'm going to enlarge this a little bit larger. All right. In your active list, oh, that's too much. I went too fast. All right, in your active listings, everybody's dashboard will probably look different because I do have a store level. But right here, when you go to create a listing, when I first came in here this morning, there was a black box right here. So I clicked on it to see what it was about. Now that says you can do single, multiple listings. That's if you have multiples, you want to do multi listings at one time. And then multiple listings from your phone. Now available for all categories. And I'm assuming, I'm just checking into this because this just came up this morning. We support all categories through our system is optimizing for sports trading cards. We are continuing to improve this accuracy of our autofill suggestions to make your listings even easier. Evidently, you upload pictures. It'll create a listing from scratch. You upload your photos, they will handle the rest. Now, according to this, you have to put all your photos in order of how you want them to appear to show in each of your listings. Maximum size for photos is 500 by 500 pixels. Then right here it says select the photo count. Begin by choosing the number of photos per listing. And then when you drop it, it goes up to 12, which is your max that you can do pictures with. So again, this is something new. Has anyone tried this yet or saw it on your store under your platform of eBay under the listing, individual listings? Has anyone seen this yet or tried it? It's on the create listings. Has anyone tried it and has it worked? If you did. Let's see here. Let's see. No, the only thing I had open was StreamYard. It was very strange, very scary. Yeah, it could be scary, especially when you're live right at the time it happened. Angela, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And it's me, Angie. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Do eBay listings expire? They do if you do not have it set on auto renewal automatically. Usually it's good for 30 days. I have mine automatically set to renew until sold. In your listings, let's see here. Let me go to my drafts. I believe it's 30 days because after that, it should automatically renew. All right, I didn't sell those, so let me see something here. I think it's 30 days. Does anybody else know if it's for sure? I think it's 30 days. Let me see here. Go down to the bottom. I just noticed they added a sell similar. Oh, see similar listings. No, I don't see it in here. You may have to set it in your dashboard under your settings. I think that's where mine is. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see it in the actual listing itself. I think it's in your settings. I believe it's 30 days. But if you set it on auto renewal, it will renew itself automatically after that time. I believe. All right, let me take this pointer off because that aggravates me while I'm showing. All right, here we go. Now let me find myself here in the chat. All right, there we are. Let's see here. Official. There was the question. And I believe you have to set it in your settings. My listings are good till canceled. That's what it is. That's what you should do. That's what I do. All my listings, I have it in my settings to cancel, good until canceled or sold. Because once it's sold, unless you have multiples of that item, when you have multiples, what's good about it is that it automatically will continue until you sell them all. Norma, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I use it for my cards. So do you do auto select? I'm not sure what you mean by you use it for your cards. Which part? The auto listing thing with the drafts? for that. I believe that must be AI for it to convert your pictures into a draft. I saw it. I haven't used it. I haven't. I just saw it this morning. Dropping hubby off at the senior center today for 5 hours so that I can get some phone calls and do one. Okay. You do need some your time. Yes. Yeah, that's why I don't understand why he's not doing his shows he used to do, much less his videos, because I saw he had very few videos out lately in the last year. It works pretty good, but not 100% confident in its identity. So what does it do? It just automatically with the, you got to, I'm assuming it's AI. Janice, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And again, I just saw that this morning. For me, it's new to me, but I didn't go into detail yet in looking it up. That is only option on a fixed listings, non-auction. Good until canceled 30 days. That's what I thought. It renews. Yep. Mine have been on since last year, but I suddenly can't find them. You can't find your listings? Did you accidentally cancel them or delete them or end your listings? Let me add this back on. All right, in your eBay store or your level of you have, let me start this right here. Right here in your listings, no matter if they're active or whatever, right here to the left-hand side, if this is your setup that you have, go right here to the word that says ended under your listings. Go right here where it says ended. Anything you have that ended either by you or eBay will be in this list. These I pulled because I sold on other platforms, or I had to relist them because I saw something that was wrong in it. So I just ended them and sold similar. But if you go right here to the ended, anything you have in here, this is what I just did in the last 2 days or 3 days, actually this week since Sunday. So you'll have your items and it'll tell you how many are in that category. So go right here to the word end, click on it, it'll tell you how many are in that tab and see if it's there. Or you just go to your active listing, go to active, and then right here at the very top, if you know what the title of your item is that you have, that you're looking for to see, you say you might not be able to see it. Once you go to your active listings, right here, it says search by title, SKU, or item number. If you type in this box and you hit enter, if you have something with that in your title, it will come up in here. For example, let me just say I put Barbie doll, Barbie. B-A-R-B-I-E, Barbie. I'm just going to put the Barbie. Anything that I have with the word Barbie will come up. And this is all I have left in Barbies. But whether it be a doll, an ornament, a game, anything you have with the word, it'll show up. And that way you can see if it's still listed. By just typing in a letter or word in this right here, it'll show you what do you have in there that is listed or not listed. And that's how you'll find if you have that listing that you're looking for. That's how you would go in there and look and see. And then sometimes it should be there in case if you think you can't find it. Those are the 2 ways you can find if you have something you're looking for. Either look at the ended or just type in the keywords that you have for that listing. 30 days. Yep, it's good for 30 days unless you have until you end it or sell it. There is no settings. Been that way for several years. Glad you figured out how to go thumbnail. How to get your thumbnail where it needs to go, Crystal. Awesome, Crystal. Teresa, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Laura, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Angie's neighborhood chat 12:30. There is the link. Jeffrey, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So I hope that helps, Randy. That's right. Tomorrow night. That's another thing you have to do is check and see if you have quantity of multiples of that item and you sell similar, you need to check your quantity. That is correct, Craig. Wow, you are making some sense this morning. What? Did you eat your Wheaties this morning, Craig? Is this the air channel, Craig? Yeah, right? Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Good morning. God promises to prosper. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Oh, you were here before. Yeah, anytime you sell summer, you definitely got to check that. It's an obvious thing. Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I have a question. What is that question? Ask it. Let me know what that question is. And how are you doing today, Wildflower? Good morning, hello, and welcome. And Dahlia, what is your question? Ask away. Good morning, Glenn. How are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. And Todd. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Todd. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right, while we're waiting for Dahlia's question, I will start dropping links in the chat. All right, there is Jennifer's link to her channel. Here's the link to her Etsy. Dahlia, where you at? Hope I didn't miss your question in the chat. I didn't see it. And here's Buy Her a Milkshake. Okay, here we go. Paste. And then I'll get this ready, but go to her question. All right, let me get back to the question. Good morning, Todd. How's the weather down in Louisiana, Glenn? Okay. I started selling cosmetics on my eBay site, then added some fine jewelry and costume jewelry. My jewelry is not selling. Should I add another eBay site for the jewelry? No, but you got to be careful with jewelry on eBay because it's either going to be under fine jewelry or there's two categories for jewelry. When you're doing your pricing, are you looking at what's sold or what people are asking for? Like what is listed? What is it how you're pricing your items, and is it certain brands? Because fine jewelry is different than costume jewelry. You got to make sure you don't put it in fine jewelry because they have a different category that they consider fine jewelry that you got to be careful with, because there was a couple of pieces I had on some diamond rings that were sterling silver or white gold. And you got to make sure you put it in either, that's what they consider fine jewelry compared to your regular, they don't categorize it as costume jewelry. So you got to be careful with how you categorizing it. But I wouldn't. Unless you have you want another eBay store with a different email to list that kind of stuff. But no, you should be able to do it in different categories, is my opinion. Today's Wednesday, so it might be on Scott's channel, the Hump Day one. Al, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you, also known as Lou. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do another store. You got to be careful with jewelry on eBay. They do have two different categories, and make sure you're putting it in the right category. Because if they don't, they will send you a message letting you know you need to correct it. Going to 26, 28 in the next few weeks. Ouch. How is Scott doing his live today? That's a good question. I searched both. No links, that's why I was asking. Okay, Todd, what's going on? Regina says jewelry is competitive categories on eBay. A lot is long tail. And yet it is. It is. But Dahlia, are you on Poshmark? Are you on Etsy? I'm just finding this myself when it comes to jewelry. I start on eBay, but I also put them on Posh. Depending on the age of the item, I'll also put it on Etsy. And I'm finding lately a lot of my jewelry, even though I have it listed on eBay, is selling better on Etsy and Posh. So I list them on all three, which is a good thing. Virginia, where do you suggest to sell jewelry and what platform? And it is. It is. And again, that's why I try to put them on all three platforms. But I personally find that the jewelry that I'm listing either on eBay, Posh, or Etsy, 9 times out of 10 is selling faster on Etsy, depending on the age, or on Posh. I still sell some jewelry on eBay, but I find it sells better on those two. There is a 91% chance of Scott Beard Picker doing a show at the hour. No, not on them yet. I'm going to look into them. And I do have an affiliate link for Posh if you would like one. It's in the description below and or my link tree. Johnny, what Johnny just said? Across Post Posh and Mercari. And I'm not on Etsy. Not on Etsy. Okay. But I find my sales are also as good on Posh and Etsy than just eBay. Now I do still sell some jewelry on eBay, but I find I get a better price on Etsy and Posh. That's what I've been finding lately. Even though I do have them on all three, I'm doing much better on Etsy and Poshmark. All right. There's the link going up to the top of the chat. It'll be pinned momentarily. I'm always, and Jennifer's always doing well on Etsy too. Just what Johnny said. Yep. Yeah, I do all three. Yeah, I find again on eBay, it's like hit and miss. I do sell some of them on there, but you may be able to find a jewelry marketplace on District. Don't you have to register for that through Commonwealth Picker? Nope, Dahlia, I sure don't. I do not have the same price across all three boards. On eBay, it's a lower price than on Posh and Etsy. Depending on, because you got to remember, those all three platforms are different. What's up? Oh my Lord Jesus! Look what the wind done blew in, y'all. For those who may remember, for those that are new, this is Heartland Picker, which is also known as Brandon. Brandon, you ought to be getting ready to graduate college, aren't you? Isn't this your senior year? Every now and then you hear me talking about Lego Man of the Midwest. That's his new channel name. And did you find out yet, Brandon, on the airing of that Antiques Roadshow? Almost forgot about it. Did you ever find out when they're going to air it? I've been looking for it, but I haven't seen it yet. And again, I do raise my price up on Etsy and Posh because I find they sell better there, depending on the piece. That's why I chose Etsy. You can ask higher price. Yes, you sure can. And believe it or not, I do wind up selling better on Etsy and Posh, and that's all I gotta do is go to eBay and take it off, so it doesn't accidentally sell. Last semester. Well, congratulations, Brandon. Yeah, I know, right? Now, Brandon, are you still on Whatnot at nights? I know you're in college. I know you're going to graduate, but if it's not moving on the Feebay, try one of the jewelry auctions on YouTube. Yep. All right, the episode is either going to be the last 2 Mondays in February or the second Monday in March. They didn't say which one yet. Okay. Brandon went to a Antique Roadshow and brought something there. And if he makes it, that's the show he's going to be airing on. A big thank you to everyone. You're welcome, Dolly. That's what we're here for, to help. Everybody's here to help. And everybody does something different, but you got to figure out what works best on you. But there's so many different places you can go. Sometimes I raise my price on Posh and Macari. Sometimes I don't. Yeah, it depends on the piece. I am on Whatnot still, but not doing shows till I get done with college. Awesome. Our local store has real butchers. They have breakfast sausage. Okay, that just came out of the blue. Randy. Wow, that came out of left field. But it doesn't hurt to try other platforms and cross-post them, but make sure you have some kind of system in place that if you don't have multiples of the same item, because a lot of times I have only one of a kind. I make sure to keep track of it because I use the flip, and then I turn around and delete. If I only have one of, I go back and delete them off the other platforms. The same right after it sells. If I'm sitting here at the computer, I'm going to automatically do it. If I'm upstairs, I do it on my personal computer. I just have to sign into those right there, those accounts. I'm working on getting more items into my store. Patrick! Hello, good morning, and welcome, Patrick. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, Debbie. You don't got... What? I do like it here, but the missing Monday bingo. Yep, every Monday. Yep. Oh, you're hungry. That's where it came in at. Okay. There's Brandon's Whatnot, y'all. And look, if y'all up late at night, that's the way you want to be. I used to catch him when I'm waking up in the morning and he's still live, but he hasn't been doing it. So, Glamours, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. But again, don't forget, you might want to make sure you do use other platforms to try to list multiple platforms. That way you get more eyes on your products. Yes, you are. You've always been. Yep. How's your mom doing? How's Miss Nancy? Miss Nancy also does YouTube as well, his mom. There's the link for tomorrow night, y'all. Glamour's Classy Crap Auction. I will be there as well. Tomorrow night. So hopefully that helps with your question. So she's good. She will be on with Ella tomorrow. Awesome. It's good to see her back. I saw her. But that's right. She was supposed to be on with me last month, I think. No, it was at the beginning of this month. Awesome. So it'd be nice to see her on Ella. Gotta go make a baby a bottle. All right, Dolly, and thank you for asking those questions. And I hope that helped. There we go. Glamours, Johnny, did you get my email? I got an email, but it had only a reply from someone else. Oh, I just got it. Yes, I did at 8:22. I see it. Got it. I'll put a star on it so I don't miss where it say it. Yes, I got it. Got it, Glamours. I'll reply to it real quick with a simple reply. How about that? That was a quick reply. I have set things that I answer to certain emails quickly. Got it. Got it. Watch out, world. Brandon is about to be right. I remember when he turned 18, much less graduating from college. Mona did what? Hello, good morning, and welcome, and thank you for. We had, was it yesterday? No, Monday Night Bingo. We had one of the ladies that's on your channel come in. It might have been yesterday. So it's nice to get to meet other people from the community. You're welcome, Dahlia. There's Miss Ivy Vintage Markets link. That is Brandon's mom. She will be on with Ella tomorrow. I got a 10 a.m. class, so just wanted to say hi. Well, you better get to class. It's good to see you, though, Brandon. It's been a while. That's right. Have a great day. Get your studies in and get it done. So you will be, I'm going to make sure I keep an eye out for February or end of February, beginning of March. If he made it to the show, he will be having something on there that he's getting appraised during the show. Or getting them to look at it. I can't wait to see it. I remember when you went for the lineup you were talking about. That was last year? No, the year before. I think it was at the beginning of last year, Brandon, if you're still here. All right, so if anybody wants to come on and promote your channel, that link is at the top of the chat. Just make sure your camera and your mic is connected because it will not let you up here unless it is. So Jennifer, when are you and Little Debbie doing another live? Craig, when you doing your next live or your video, Craig? And if anybody has any other questions, just ask away. Minimize, go down. There we go. Done. And then I can clear that off, clear that out. And Randy, I hope that helped in reference to try to find your products that you're not sure you can't find on eBay. I only have 4 items ending today. I'm going to have to check that out and see what happens, what they are. Oh, yeah, I can end those. There's only 4. I'll end them now. End. But before I do that, yeah, I can do those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got today's date. I like it when there's a little amount that's ending. Then I can go back and sell similar, but I add them as a draft so I can go back and check each one. Well, my granddaughter finally went home yesterday, so anytime now. Awesome. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Jennifer. Set that notification. 2, 3, and 4. Sell similar. Save as a draft. Save for later. Then I can go back in and do them each. What's Chuck? I have a question for you. Robin and I were talking about this morning. He said, well, you might want to ask Chuck. Good morning, by the way. This morning I noticed I was going through my analytics on my YouTube content. And I noticed that on the, where it went. I'm trying to remember. I didn't leave it open. Oh, yeah, podcasts. Are you and Nady Pie using a specific podcast, or are y'all just doing it through the tab on YouTube? Because I was in my tab, and it looks like in the last 28 days, in my podcast for the morning shows, I've had over 3,200 views for the podcast tab. So my question to you and Nady Pie is, are you doing just the tab under YouTube for podcast on your shows? Out of curiosity. I want to ask. Actually, try to sell some jewelry. Awesome. That would be great too, Jennifer. We can make a deal. I will put out a video or go live the next time you put out a video. I know you're not talking about me. That's called chicken shit. Yeah. Okay, Craig. Yeah. Okay. Good morning to anyone I missed. His video shows are on his live channel. I know, but Robert was telling me that he also puts his live Thursday night show on podcasts. Well, I still do it under the playlist. There's a playlist when you do your show, and I have a video on how to do your playlist. And one of the ones that I do is for the morning show is I put it under a podcast. I'll be honest, I don't even understand the question. Really? Robert said, because I asked Robert this question this morning, with YouTube, with the tab that says podcasts on your live shows, Robert said you and Chuck, you and Native Pie do your lives in the podcast tab. He's seen it in your podcast. So I was wondering if you also just do the podcasts on your playlist when you're doing your live. Or do you use a podcast program? Simple question. I don't understand how is it so hard. Good morning, Kawanda. Everyone enjoy your day. All right. Thank you so much for being here. So that was the question. Do you usually have no podcast tab? Robert said he did. I asked Robert that question this morning. Good morning, Ms. D. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Well, I don't know. That's what Robert said to ask you because you do have that tab. Playlist. All right. So that's not your live channel, though. Which one you do your live shows on for Thursdays? Okay, that's not your live show you do on Thursdays. Look, she just found it. All right, I want to see this. Ah, yep, there it is. Native Pie, that's all Native Pie. So yeah, he's got the tab, that's all. All right, so that's Native Pie. All right, so it's under Native Pie, not Chuck. All right, that answers my question. It's under the tab. Yeah, it's under Native Pie, that's why. There's the playlist. And when I went to look at it, it is on the Native Pie, not Chuck's. It's not hard. I'm just simple. I just don't use a podcast app. Okay, then that answers the question. But Native Pie has it. So it's on his channel. But you're in that playlist, by the way, Chuck. I have the tab. It's a new, I'm not sure what it is. And it's just basically putting your certain live shows or playlist it's under the playlist. And basically you just put it under that playlist. But I'm just surprised when I went to look at my items this morning because I had a notification about something. So I went to look. And in the last 28 days on the podcast tab, I've had 3,200 views. In the last 365 days, it was 36,000 views under the podcast tab. If you haven't given my boys some love, please do so. There you go. There's the link. I know I'm following them. That is a playlist, right? You just simple. Just do what Nate said. Ah, so you were the follower. Let me show you on YouTube. Content. Playlist. Let me see here. Yeah. All right. I had to make sure I found the tab for it. Let me enlarge this and get my little pointer again. All right. Let me get my pointer. If you don't have one and you want to create one, there is one. You just have to create it. It may show up. Open. Share. Add. All right, so the question is, how do we get that tab? In your main tab here, let me move this open some more. Right here where it says create, if you don't have that playlist already, you should have a tab up here that says podcast. You can create any of your lives or like how-to videos, or you just want to do a video. You can put it on the podcast here. Or when you go up here to where that says create, let me move this over. right here, that little tab that says create. If you click create, new playlist right here, or new podcasts. Either one of these, we can create a podcast where you can either create a new one, set an existing playlist as a podcast. You can actually do it from here as well. Then there's one that says submit RRS feeds. This is new. I didn't see this before. New podcast episodes will be automatically uploaded from your RSS feed. Learn more. I'm not sure what that is, so let's see what it says. If you're an auto... Okay, so this is everything to do about that. So you can either do it that way or create a playlist. When you hit playlist here, you can also create the title, add videos to that playlist. If you already have it, you can go directly to and add any uploads. Like when I upload a morning show, for example, my content. When I go to my live tab, right here in my morning shows, when I do this every day, every Saturday, I put it automatically in its playlist right here. That's where I put it at, right there. And then for Friday, I have two playlists for that one. The morning show. This is the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It show that I do every Friday. And on this one, oh, come on. On this playlist, I have it in two playlists. I have all my playlists are set up. I just have to check them off. If you have a list that you put your playlist in, I check off Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It with its own show. And then I also put it in my podcast tab. All my shows in this one, it's under the morning show and it's under podcast. Once you do that, you just have to hit done and it's in that playlist. Make sure you save it when you're done. If that turns black, you got to turn it clear and white or maybe blue, depending on what you have on yours. And then hit that word save, so that way it'll be saved in that playlist. And that's how you set it up in a playlist. Either you create one or you can use the podcast tab, or whatever. But you have to put it in that list, create the list, and then set it that way. But every time I do my shows on Saturday, I put it in its own playlist. Every Saturday, which I have a video on how to do that. And that's how you do to get the playlist. I'm back. Welcome back. How do we add the podcast tab? There we go. I just did that. Wasn't the blue came the sugar-free tab? Oh no, 901 now, Michael. How is a podcast different from a non-sale live indoor? You got to remember, a podcast with YouTube is something they can watch, or in, like, for example, Robert, he drives to work every day an hour and a half both ways. And when we go out on the weekend somewhere, he plays podcasts on the radio off his phone. So you can have a playlist to where if you're driving, you just have the audio. That's how that works. Either or. I told them you sent me. I don't know. No, I don't. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, and that's how we do it. I sold so much tab. My mom drank tab. Yeah, that was, yeah, that I don't even think they make them anymore, do they? What is the difference between playlist and a podcast? A playlist is where somebody can go in and watch every video you put in that list consistently or back to back. Whereas a podcast, it is still a playlist from your videos if somebody wants to watch them, or they can listen to it like on their phone, in their car, wherever they listen to podcasts. They just won't see it, they just hear it. And yes, you can do a live podcast as well. I just haven't done it. I hate is Craig. Check your grammar, please. Lord Jesus, dude. I know you went to school Or were you a beauty school dropout? Podcasts and audio only, playlists, listen to videos. Yeah, exactly. And then people can listen to it. That is why Johnny has 78K and I have 11 subs. You only have 11. I know you lying, Chuck. Yeah, you basically can listen to like in your car or wherever. I realize time has changed. Not throwing shade here. Podcast has supposed to be an audio only experience. Yes, exactly. But not anymore. Times have changed. You're right about that. It sure has. But it's just something new. I just recently I want to reach out to Nashville Flipper. He does a lot of podcasts, and when we're traveling or we're going to visit Carol or we're going somewhere, he plays a lot on his podcast list on the phone in the car. He connects his phone and it goes through his phone through the speakers, and we listen to a lot of theirs. And then what I do is when I'm done, we get back home. I get to my computer or my phone and I go to find that video because a lot of things I want to see of what things they're talking about during the show. So a good thing about podcasts is yes, you can listen to it audio, but in cases like Nashville Flipper, it makes me think, oh, I want to go see what they were talking about because it's a live through YouTube, but I want to see what they were talking about. So then I can go back and watch it on YouTube, which is pretty cool. But I didn't start listening to podcasts only because Robert listened to it in the car. Did you ever tell me if you do the wheel thing on StreamYard? With the wheel on StreamYard, that's a StreamYard giveaway. It's free. It's a free tool. There you go. That's all you can do. And when you type in the StreamYard, and when you start typing in StreamYard in the search bar or the URL tab, it'll come up automatically. It sure will. And it's very easy. Ooh, we got someone in the background. Don't forget to do me a favor at the bottom left corner. Turn off the listen off stage feed from blue to white, red, please. You don't have feedback. Guess what, y'all? We got somebody coming up this morning. That's none other than the queen of Poshmark herself, Grandma's Closet.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I echoing still?
I don't hear it. Nope.
Okay. I felt like I was echoing a little still. So, y'all, please let me know if I'm echoing. I can go out and come back in.
I don't hear it.
I just wanted to say thank you so much, Johnny, and to all of the members of my channel. Thank you so much for your memberships. And one of the ways that I like to thank my members is to have a classy crap auction where my members are invited to come and sell on my channel during the auction. And we have one tomorrow night on the 16th. So tomorrow night on the 16th, it starts at 6 p.m. Central with one of my very favorite people in the whole world, Johnny. And then we go into Two Old Guys. I'll be popping in also to sell some things for Aunt Boo, who is also a member and also a founding member. And she's also distantly related to me somehow. I forget how. And then we do have Randy with Moon Valley Crafts doing some really amazing craft things, and she's a great reseller. We have Gina's Forget Me Nots, which I could listen to her read the phone book. She's got the most charming voice. And then we've got My Sweet Dodo. And of course, we wrap things up tomorrow night with our caboose, Tooch Man. So I hope you get a chance to stop by the auction, say hello. Maybe you might find some cool stuff. You never know. It is about that time of year where we're all getting a little cabin fever, and maybe a little shopping might help. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be there in my much better makeup, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, I didn't understand that title name either, but I went to the channel while I saw you do that when I come back. They do a lot with gemstones, it looks like. Yeah, I understand. I couldn't figure it out either. Also, speaking of that, with auctions, I do have the April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke. On April 1st, we are having our monthly first Tuesday of each month, the showcase of rapid fire round from members of the channel. I already started having people reaching out to me to get their names on the list. And I already have 4 slots taken. So if you want to be on that auction, you might want to make sure you email me as a member. Remember, you don't have to be a member to be in the chat. You don't have to be a member to be able to buy. You only need to be a member to be on the show. And then on that first, it is first come, first serve. So email me with at least 2 to 3 time slots that you would be interested in. Remembering we're starting at 12:30 now, starting this month coming up. And the first time slot is at 12:45. So it's from 12:45 to 1:15, 1:15 to 1:45, on, so on and forth. So if you want to be on that one, make sure you give me at least 3 time slots you would be interested in. And I saw a question from Crystal.
Randy, you're so funny. Randy said her cats have been stealing her classy jewelry and dragging it around the house. I said my grandkids do the same
How do I
thing.
get everyone to see my email on screen? Are you using StreamYard? If you're using StreamYard, when you go into StreamYard before you go live, there's a block that says your screen name, and then at the bottom one, the second one, is where you put your email, or vice versa. You can put your screen name, your channel name, and then your email, or your email and your channel name. But you have to do it in StreamYard before you go in, or once you're live, you can go to the 3 dots at the bottom of the screen. There's a little wheel. You can click that wheel and then add your name there if you want, in your email. And on EV Mux, you got to do it. You can do it the same way. That's how you change your name and add your email. On EV Mux, you would put it on the company name as your email.
Boo has been a member of my channel since birth. She actually was the one who created my channel for me. So yeah.
New channel only has 86 subscribers. Oh yeah. YouTube.
Cool.
If you're on YouTube, I don't know how to do it on YouTube. I don't go live directly from YouTube. I used to use StreamYard. Now I use EV Mux. And in fact, actually, yesterday was the day that it went from paid version to free version, as of yesterday. And evidently, I didn't realize that, but today is the day that I went. This channel is when I started it 3 years ago, when I lost my first one.
Wow.
It happened January 14th. On January 15th, I started this one.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jennifer, for dropping that link. I appreciate it. Hi, Chuck. Happy anniversary, Chuck says.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy anniversary. Man, I'm telling you, I have had the weirdest few
Actually,
days.
real quick, Jennifer, there's only 4 subscribers, but 87 videos on that channel.
Wow.
I just went to it, yeah.
Or banniversary. Banniversary.
Yeah, right. But in March is when I got this past March is when I got all of them back. So yeah. There's the Classic Crap auction. There's Aunt Boo's. Aunt Boo does a lot with intros, outros, and things like that. If you need any, check her out. She does have a lot of her ones that she's done on her channel.
She said, oh, I just looked real quick.
Yeah. I just went back and looked too.
Oh, Johnny, did you get that email from Pirate Ship? They sent out an email about how the rates, some of the USPS rates are going down.
Yeah, on the 17th.
Yeah, and then
there's
there's like specific areas they said that actually will be going up, and
Yep.
but they never tell us what those areas are.
We had a morning show that I talked about that, and it's basically things with Federal Express, UPS, and USPS
Priority mail or
express mail.
oh, okay.
Those type of services are going up, but on the 17th or the 19th, it's going to go back down pre-holiday prices.
Okay, good, because the ground advantage and the priority always go up around Christmas time, and that drives me crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be either the
I'm like,
17th or the
nice
19th. It's
stuff.
going to go back down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I was like, it just
that
seems
was
like
a week or two ago. They came out with an update on that, and they were going to talk about, and they did, where they was saying that certain services are going to go up, but the regular ones are going to go back down.
good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear
Pre-holiday
it.
prices. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. Because I'm noticing that when I do the bingo every Monday or Saturday for that week,
Hmm.
it's like I thought the prices were going to go back down, but they haven't yet. So yeah, because they've been
That's
going up a lot during this holiday season, and then with a lot of missing packages.
yeah. It just seemed like they were. I'm like, guys, take your foot off the gas, and maybe just kind of slow your roll a little bit, and quit. I mean, they're just. I think I I have my theory, and it's funny because Angry Otter and I were talking about this. And the theory is that well, and it's his theory, but I totally get that
Yep.
they're kind of crashing on purpose, that they're like crashing it out on purpose or something,
Yeah.
so that the guy who owns Amazon, but Elon Musk would buy like the postal service. So they can buy the
USPS owes a lot to Santa. They have to recruit.
Oh, they have so much to pay back to Santa.
It is the 19th. I wasn't sure if it was the 17th or the 19th, but it is the 19th.
They owe me a silver necklace. So yeah, I was I was so mad about that
You
when I
know,
found
I
out.
have to say, the last couple of weeks I've been having these weird things happen, but USPS with the package that was missing back in November,
Uh huh.
they cut me a check, which I'm waiting for it to come in. Like they say, the check's in the mail.
Yeah, it is.
They are including the price of everything, including my fees from eBay.
Oh, okay.
And I basically, you have to submit the page that you sold, whatever it is you sold.
Hmm.
And then on mine, I actually write in green the fees and my shipping cost. So I've submitted all of that, including the label for the paper I get from the post office showing that they had my package, the receipt you get when you deliver a package at the USPS.
Uh huh.
And I submitted all of that, and they added it all together, and they're sending me that total. Another thing, this past week, Monday, I get a notification from Poshmark. A customer opened a claim,
The case.
a case saying that it's an item not as described. So Posh made her upload the photos. Then I had to reply to it and say, is this what I sent her? Yes, that's exactly what I sent her. It is exactly what it is in the description. And yes, I did send it priority mail. And so Poshmark stepped in yesterday and made her submit more pictures. So then she sent the pictures of it actually being in the box that I shipped it in with the priority box
Uh huh.
and how it was shipped. This morning I wake up, they released my money to me and closed the case.
Yes, they do. Poshmark, they don't play around. If they don't think the person has a case, they won't. They will not. They're not eBay. They will not refund them.
What's funny is it happened on Monday. She got it delivered on Monday and he immediately opened a case.
Yeah.
They asked her to submit pictures and they asked me my opinion on, is this true?
Hmm.
I had to go to the listing, make sure, and I said, that is what I sent. That is what the listing was. Yes, I did ship it on this day. And then they turned around and said they asked her for more pictures. So she did. And they turned around and yesterday I said they even sent her a message saying we need more pictures to verify. So then she had to upload more pictures. And when she uploaded more pictures, I woke up this morning and my money was already released. It's like, they don't play. I like
No, they
that.
don't. Yeah, I. That's why I was like, man, eBay's return policy on clothing. I don't know if I would be kosher with that because Poshmark has such a you have to prove some stuff policy
Yeah.
on it. And to be fair to to every single buyer that's a buyer, if you buy on Poshmark and you get something that it doesn't match the description, you should have a case and you should be able to get your money back. As a
Right.
buyer, that's a protection.
Yep.
But yeah, I totally agree. They are really good.
There was something that she complained that was damage to the inside of the box. But instead of saying item not as described, it should have been a damaged item that she could have went and filed through the USPS.
Right.
But instead, she's claiming it as an item not as described. They closed the case and gave me my money.
Yeah.
That's where she messed up at.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, Angry Otter's in the chat explaining it much more eloquently than I could.
There are articles about how Congress was trying to tank USPS, making them pre-fund pensions, and they could be bankrupting USPS and shall sell off on the Amazon. One of the things too I'm noticing, I think Mike had talked about this. He has found that a lot of the packages that they're having to deliver through USPS for Amazon are the heavier packages. He was delivering something one Sunday for USPS for Amazon, and as he's driving up to a house, there's a UPS truck delivering something else, and the package that that delivery guy was delivering was smaller than the package he was delivering. Something's wrong with that picture.
Good morning, Sissy. Mwah.
Hey, Boo's in the house.
Morning.
Good morning, hey, Boo. Mia is going to be on
Alamode by Adrian. Alamode by Adrian.
CA fire victims tonight at 5:30 lots. Awesome. Okay. Maybe right after the hump day auction.
Yeah.
Let me click on that.
Carrie, we're talking about.
I'm not even subscribed to her, but guess what? I am now. Subscribe. All right. I got it set. I wouldn't even subscribe to her. That's why I didn't recognize the name. I was just didn't expect it. Yeah, right. But the package that Mike was delivering was very heavy. And then the UPS guys in the driveway delivering something else, and it was a smaller package. Something right about that. They shouldn't be doing that to the USPS drivers. All right. Did anybody find out if Scott is live? Bearded Picker. Maybe we can go ahead and raid his channel if he's live, or Todd, or whoever. All right. So don't forget, today at 1 o'clock is our hump day auction. And today we got Miss D, Daisy's Creations, and we also have Virtual Shopkeeper DD. All right, he is going to rate Scott, y'all. He is live. I hate it when the orders from Amazon, they deliver to the mailbox. Yep. At least mine, we usually sometimes get a delivery guy, like a husband and wife team that also help deliver through in their car, and they'll bring it to the door.
Wow.
One time I do remember where we got a notification on our Alexa saying your delivery has arrived, and it wasn't at the front door. So I go to the mailbox. It was in the mailbox. So yeah.
Sometimes they'll deliver to the bar door instead of my front door, and I'm like, it takes me forever to figure out what in the world where my package is.
What to do about not getting any feedback from buyers? Are you not getting any at all? Interesting. Are you leaving them feedback when they buy from you?
From buyers on what platform too?
Yeah, I think she's on eBay. Because we had that question earlier about her jewelry. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to go and get ready to go in the show. Bearded Picker is live, so let's go ahead and raid his live show. And if anybody needs to come on after the show's over, that link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to come on up. And also hope to see you at 1 o'clock for the Hump Day auction.
Hump Day.
No feedback is better than bad feedback. You're right about that. But if you're trying to build your channel, your eBay store up, it is important also to don't forget to go in and give feedback to those that are buying that help trigger them to leave you a feedback. I do that every day. All right, everybody. So thank y'all very much. As I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?